Hey everyone, my channel can be kind of silly at times. I make videos that are mostly just something that I enjoy doing, but today I'm making a video and I hope you take this kind of serious because it's all about where I live. And it's a really special place. It's called Alders Magnolia. And I like it here a lot. Is it perfect? No. No place is perfect. But I think, to me, it's a gem. There's no other place like it. I feel really lucky that I ended up here recently. I've been living here about a year now. And I live here with my wife. And what makes this place so special is the people who live here. And and the people who run it are doing a pretty good job. And if you notice when you look at a lot of these doorways, I hope my camera work does it justice. I'm not sure if it will, but what you see here is ownership. You see community, and you see people who live here that take pride in living in it's an apartment basically, but it's a 55 plus community, and the people who live here are really special people. I've made a lot of friends, and I know probably mostly everybody here. And if you look at just how these people have decorated their doors, it kind of gives you an impression of what kind of people that live here. And if you look at, as I'm giving you a tour here, this is the 4th floor where I live. What you see is comfort. I mean, in many, I don't know who, well, I believe a company in New York owns this building. I'm not sure who built it. It was built right before COVID, which was kind of sad because it's been difficult for this to catch on. But gradually, bit by bit, people are moving in, and what you see in there is the fire doors. This building is shaped like a giant, almost like a horseshoe, but rectangular. And so right now I'm touring the 4th floor, and every so many feet we have fire doors because everything in here is hooked up to a fire alarm, and if a fire goes off, these doors slam shut to keep the fire. Look at this. I have to stop and just say, look at how special that is, that someone cares enough to decorate their doorway like that. And also that we have some people running the place that let us do these things. You ought to see what these doors look like at Christmas time. I'm going to come back and make a Christmas video and show you how everybody decorates at Christmas time. But going back to these doors, we recently had an electrical storm, and so they're kind of shut right now. They're working on, the building took a lightning strike, and there's some things not working right, but they're getting to it gradually. And again, at each of the rectangular corners, there's like comfort, just a place where you can sit down. And oftentimes you'll be, I'm doing this early in the morning, so everybody's probably sleeping. But oftentimes during the day, you'll see people anywhere in this building just sitting down and visiting with each other. A good number of us know our neighbors, know where our neighbors live. It's not like an apartment building. It's like a community. And it's like a family, a giant family. I know that's hard to believe, but it really is true. And this is the kind of place where if you need a hand of any kind, look at that. Isn't that wonderful? If you need a hand of any kind, like myself, last October I broke my wrist, so I couldn't drive for a while. I just asked, well, one of my neighbors offered to take me to the doctor because I couldn't drive. I mean, and that goes on here all the time. We have a WhatsApp, especially for our building, and if you, like last week, a lady hurt herself and was bleeding and needed help. By the time I could get to her apartment to give her some first aid, look at this. I mean, this is pure comfort. By the time I could get to this lady to give her some first aid, because I have a lot of things that can help stop bleeding, there were already 2 more people there ahead of me helping her. You just can't say enough about the people who live here and how special they are and how kind they are to each other. It's hard to put it into words and effectively, but that's one of the things, probably the main thing that makes this place special. Now the next thing that makes a place special is, as you're touring this with me, I don't know if you can really see it if you're just walking around down the hallway. Now I'm going to go on down to the 3rd floor and tour some more. But you can see that whoever designed this place really put, here we are on the 3rd floor in the corner, more comfort. And just a lot of thought went into this place. We ended up here about a year ago. I already have some medical issues, and my wife had some serious medical issues, and so wait a second, look at this, isn't this special? I mean, take another look. I mean, I love flowers, but anyway, so we sold everything because we could no longer take care of our house, and I was ready, but my wife wasn't quite ready, even though she knew that we needed to move on to the next stage of our life. And so I called a company called A Place for Mom, and they gave me a list of places to go look at, which I started to go look at places. And this place is in Magnolia. It's kind of to the north of Tomball, where we were living. And I mean, when I came in here, I had already seen 3 or 4 of these kind of places, but when I came in here, I just knew this is where I wanted to live. And so it's been a really good decision for me and for my wife to live here. And part of what helped us transition into a different kind of living were the people here. So I'm going to give you more of this tour, and on this part of the tour I'm talking about the people and just kind of showing you a little bit. I'm hoping maybe some of these guys here at Alders will maybe see this and want to maybe be a part of one of these videos, but if not, it's okay. And because I would love to make a poker video. I would love to make a video, a 42 video. We play a lot of, oh, look at this. I mean, this is, to me, this is absolutely cool. And if you, this is on a Saturday, and if you kind of notice how clean the carpet is, and as you go down these long hallways, when the lightning strike hit us, I think it's going on 3 weeks ago now, a lot of these light bulbs got destroyed. Well, they quit working, and here 3 weeks later, if you notice when you're going down these hallways, every single one of these light bulbs is burning bright. I mean, it's not like nobody's taking care of this place, because somebody is, and somebody's doing a pretty good job of taking care of this place. Now there's, you know, maybe some people who live here are going to see this that have their complaints. I have some, but my business was in an office building about this size for years and years, and so I have a pretty good feel for, and we had several different management companies taking care of that building, And so some of them were good and some of them weren't. So I kind of can tell the difference, um, and how a building's being taken care of. But I can tell you this one's being taken care of. But besides the management company, the people who live here are the kind of people who, if they go walking down the hall or anywhere in the building and they see something out of place, like take for example this pillow right up ahead of me here, that doesn't look right. See? So what I'm going to do while I'm making this video, again, more comfort, I'm going to go ahead and straighten out this pillow so it looks nice. But I'm not just doing that for my video. I'm doing that because I myself also take ownership of this building. It's where I live, and I'm proud of it, and I want it to look nice. And so many people who live here have that same attitude. It's wonderful. Yeah, there's a few people who get out of line a little bit, but for the most part, it's just it's hard to believe how many people who live here take this kind of pride and ownership in the building. And so it's like I'm living in a huge mansion, and look at that little bag on the floor. Some days you'll come out of your apartment and you'll just have a little bag on the door with a gift in it that you don't know where it came from. You did something nice for somebody, and it comes back to you like magic in the night. At Christmas morning, look at that. I opened my door, and everybody in the building had a little bag on their door with 4 lotto tickets. I kid you not. You see how big this place is? Some one of these tenants on Christmas went out and filled a bag like Santa Claus to put a lotto ticket for everybody. And to my knowledge, or to anybody else's knowledge that I've talked to this day, no one who knows who did that. I think I won $3 off of my 4 lotto tickets. And it was, look at this. It was just a little something that, can you start to tell what kind of people live here by watching this video? I mean, I didn't know a place like this existed. Again, I believe it's a gem. I don't know how long it will continue to be like this here. I hope for a long time, because to me it's just special, and I like living here a lot. It's just comfort. So now I've shown you a complete tour of the 3rd floor, and each one of these floors is the same but slightly different. Now I'm heading down to the 2nd floor, and you know, I want to tell you all a little bit more about the people here as I go on with the tour. Everybody I've met that lives here at Alders Magnolia has some sort of story, backstory, kind of like I do, and more comfort. And we all have that in common, or many of us do. Many of the people have lived around South and Central and East Texas who have moved here. They're all some into their retirement, and have, or not all, but many have decided that it's easier to live here than to maintain a home and that sort of thing. Sorry guys, had to take a call. Got a game of Texas 42 coming up at 7 o'clock. But again, look at the doors. I lost my place where I was talking to you guys, but oh yeah, well, about our stories. So many people just decided it's easier to live in an environment like this than to try to take care of a house, and they want to spend more time with their grandkids. Again, more comfort. So they moved here, and one of the comments I heard from one of my friends is, he says this is like living in a cruise ship. And since I've never been on a cruise ship myself, I'll just have to take his word for it. But there's always something going on. There's a hand and foot game, or a poker game, or a potluck, or every other Friday the management here throws us a breakfast brunch, and I think every other week they have musical people come in, and we have disco night, oldies night, things like that. I forget what they call it, but it's mix and mingles, and everybody gets together and socializes down in the Grand Hall, which that's going to be part of my next video coming up, and you're going to get a glimpse of the Grand Hall here, but I'm not going to show it to you just yet. I'm going to finish talking about my wonderful neighbors, and I'm on the second floor now, and again, look at this. I mean, these are people like myself who take pride in living here at Alders Magnolia, and when you get that sort of a environment to live in, it's a pretty good thing. Just can't really tell y'all enough about it. There's a little gnome down there, a little garden gnome. Oh yes, we have gardens. If you've seen some of my, I'm going to put a link right above my gardening videos, and if you go off on that link, it'll show you all videos of my gardening adventures. Again, more comfort. And when you look at these little lounges on each floor, they're the same on each floor, but they're different on every floor. I think when I look at this, whoever built this place actually had an interior decorator come in and design certain elements of the living space here, because they're all just well appointed and decorated, and again, to me, they project comfort. They project a place where, look at this, look at this. This is pride in ownership and where people are living. So yeah, this is a special place. But anyway, I think a lot of thought went into it. The more I look at it, and the management here gives tours to try to get new people to move in here, but I don't think walking down the hall you really can get, well, you can get some sense of what's going on here. But so I'm making this video for my friends and neighbors. They may have family members who might like to see this. I know when my wife and I first decided to sell our house, get rid of a lot of our furniture and things that we have treasured over the years, more comfort. More comfort. I want more comfort. The prince and his bride, or the former prince and his bride, want privacy. I want comfort. So anyway, it's hard for your children to understand when you make this sort of change in your life, because they don't necessarily understand it, and for us it was a really good thing. And so you look at this. Isn't that beautiful? I couldn't provide this sort of a living environment for myself at my age. We had a nice house, and we had some things, a lot of things that we didn't really need, but we chose to sell all of that and enter a new phase of our life, and this is where we landed. And right now, at this time anyway, I feel fortunate, and I know a lot of people here feel the same way. Some people don't. It's not for everyone, but it's definitely for me. I hope if we ever have to leave here and move somewhere else, I could find something even similar to this. I'm not sure at this time that I could. Look at that. Isn't that cute? So I'll enjoy it while I can. And I'm getting near the end of this Well, I don't think I am. I think I got more to go here. I hope I can keep talking. So anyway, it's time to start wrapping up. This is going to be part one of my video of my home and where I live, Alders Magnolia. But I have my next video is going to show you the amenities, the inside amenities, and then my final, or I think my second to final video is going to show you the outdoor amenities of this place. And then my wonder dog Reagan and I are going to take a tour of the outside, the dog amenities, and I'm fixing to pass through the Grand Hall, but I'm not going to show you that just yet. That's going to be in my next video, so look for a link or click into my channel page. But I am going to try to link these videos in succession, so you can, if you start anywhere, you can go back and watch the previous one or the next one. But talking a little bit more about my dog, you know, my dog is like family to me, and when I experienced kidney failure in 2017, I'm not sure I could have endured everything I went through transitioning from a normal person to a person on kidney dialysis if it hadn't been for my dog. And where we used to live, she had her own backyard, and she really didn't have a reason to be on the leash because, you know, it was fenced and we could just open the door and she could go out there and do her business. But she's had to transition too, and I was really worried about what this kind of a change would do for her. But you know, she's adjusted to it. She has learned how to walk on a leash. We have a big circular paved area around our retention pond that we walk her around on a leash. She's learned to follow my GoGo scooter pretty well, and there's two different fenced in areas where we can take the leash off her and just let her run. And right next door there's a property that has a private lake, so there's all kinds of wildlife there that she has learned about and never seen in my backyard. So over the past year she's gotten pretty used to it, and if she could talk, I bet she'd tell me that she likes it. And this place is pet friendly, and many people here have pets, so there is a little bit of a learning curve about how to get along with each other and get along with each other's pets. But somehow we seem to manage to do that. Again, more comfort here. So that's what I have to say about that. I have a cat and a dog, and I do pay $50 a month for each pet, so my pets are paying rent. How do you like that? Or I'm paying their rent, but they're worth it. And there's a certain amount of upkeep that goes along with it. So anyway, look for my next video.